Hi, welcome back from Underdogs on Top Studio. This is Truth Over Fitness podcast, and my name is Chie Figure Prodigy Terui.
And I am Sir Earl Bell.
So, we would like to talk about today is focus and execution. So, in order for you to achieve your goal successfully, you need to focus and also you got to execute. I think, well, most of the time when clients come to us, we will set the goal. Okay, we're going to lose a pound a week. Okay, if you go more than that, that's great. But at least we're going to lose a pound a week. That's the goal. So this is just an example. So now you set the goal. So now you know what kind of step that you have to take, which is we will guide you. Okay, this type of a food you should be eating, how often you need to train, how much water you intake, things like that, right? So, and you can follow, but as you're following, make sure to not to distracted by all the different type of noises.
Right.
Okay. Or example, I think most of the time, if you don't have a goal, first of all, it's so hard to know where you're going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And if you don't surround yourself around the people that you need to be around to set your goal that supports your goal, it's extremely hard. It's already hard enough to keep it. No matter what goal you have,
Right.
it's hard enough to keep it, to stay focused, to dedicate yourself. And if you have people surrounding you that you're trying to lose weight, but yet they're eating like shit, they're ordering this, ordering that, it makes it a lot more likely that you're not going to stick with your goal.
Right.
So no matter what you do, I know it's me because I love being an entrepreneur. The fact that I listen to and surround myself with a lot of entrepreneurs' advice and different podcasts and different things like that. So I try to stay dedicated to that. So if you're surrounding yourself, if you're trying to be this great entrepreneur, but you're surrounding yourself with lazy ass people that don't want nothing, it's not going to work.
It's harder.
Yeah.
It's harder. And but I think a goal can be set up real easily.
Yeah.
But the most of the time, people either don't know what the step they can take or they should be taking, or I think they just don't take an action.
Right.
Right. So first of all, you set your goal to me, myself, like who I want to become. You know what I mean? As a person, or physically or mentally. And, every day I write a journal. I have a goal to set each day what I need to do.
Right.
Which is when you wake up in the morning, like the regimen of praying, to read a devotional book, listen to YouTube, the motivation speaking. We do training, cardio. Those are 5, 6 things are already wrote down in a note.
Right.
And each things that I execute, I will scratch it off. You know what I mean? That's every day. And also I have a week ago that where this is what I wanted to accomplish, which is example last week. I need to organize my paperwork. You know what I mean? And it's so powdered up last, 2 months that I have not touched. And every time I have a time, I have a choice. Either I am going to do this or I get distracted something else and I'm, watching social media and then next thing you know, 2 hours just pass. You know what I mean? So I had to choose that if I wanted to accomplish these goals, then you have to not to distracted by those kind of noise and focus and then execute, which is I did. And after you done, it is such a great feeling because now I feel like I'm winning.
Right.
Moving forward.
When you set your goal, whether it's whatever it is, to save money, to run a business,
Right.
to lose weight, whatever it may be, when you must surround yourself with positive reinforcements like a journal, like keeping track, like all these different things. But the one thing that you don't want to do, which will always derail you or make your challenge or your journey harder, because everything you do, even if your goal is to lose weight, it's a journey. It's not going to get done in an hour. You know what I mean? So you have to surround yourself with the things and the lessons and the different things that teach you that keeps you consistent on pursuing your goal. Meaning the people that you do. The account you have to hold yourself accountable. That's what you get when you set goals and cross them off because you've achieved them.
Yeah, and a lot of time what I hear often is life need a balance, right? But when you try to achieve something and the big, especially big goal that we have been, achieved, different dreams and goal, we it's no balance.
None.
It,
None.
I'm sorry to tell you this, it's no balance,
Right.
and that's I hope we could have balance, but it's no way that you try to focus. Like example, if I'm trying to win this competition, I cannot go out to eat.
Exactly.
Or even though Earl wanna eat Hell's chicken, I'm like, no.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't balance. If with my kids say, "Mommy, let's go here, let's go there," I say, "No, I can't because I need to focus to go to training. My regimen is really important. Meal prep, training, cardio. On top of that, I have to train clients.
And all of that is discipline.
Right. And then so, but you look at you, I think some people feel bad
Yeah.
to the family members as a spouse or a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it may be. Right. But thing is that I think they should have their own goal.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I mean? And especially, I don't know, me and you are probably rare because we both have our own goal. And also, we are almost alike. And, well, Earl's completely extreme, but we support each other. First, and when I'm on the competition mode, I need to focus on certain things that I'm too tired or this, that. He'll help me wash dishes, or we will say, okay, no, let's we're not doing a staycation, or you know what I mean?
That's the discipline of what you're talking about. As far as there is no balance,
Right.
you are the most important person if you're looking for
In you,
balance, right?
Yeah.
And so, too many people, they try to do something. They set a goal. They say, I'm gonna lose this weight or whatever. But then you get around your friends and they say, girl, you don't go out no more. You don't drink no more.
They feel bad. They
Right.
make you feel bad.
Right. And to me, you're a fucking real dumbass if you let someone else dictate to you.
For your life.
It's a reason that they're fat.
Right. Well, I will always say this. God gave you everybody a talent, and, he wants you to be, right? And then a lot of time, even though you have a talent or goal, but because you are distracted or you felt bad with the other person and you do it, but guess what? Today, when you want to focus and then you want it to get support from those people, do they give you support?
Right.
No. They actually give you all the negative energy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because they don't want you to accomplish your goal.
Right.
Right? So I always, time is just clicking. It is just like the next thing you know, I am going to be 54 years old this month, but I'm so glad that what I focus and I achieved so many different things when I look it back, because I think, I had support from my family or him, but also I got hold not to, distracted by those things and focus when I need to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you feel bad, but when you get sick, these people don't have to go through what you have to go through, right? You're trying to be healthy, and you're trying to be consistent about your workout, and make sure you're strong and that you can have better life. But then these people make you feel bad, and you distracted by it, and you do what they do. But guess what? If something is not good happen, something not good happen to you, those are people, their life, they keep on going.
Right.
And then you got to stop and then take care of yourself.
Right.
You are responsible for your happiness in life.
Right.
So
that's the discipline that I'm talking about. You have to be, if you're looking for balance, you have to be the most important element.
Person, yes.
Right. And instead of people surrounding you, talking you into drinking and eating shit you shouldn't be doing, why don't you try to talk them into eating healthy and leaving that all the fucking alcohol and the other shit alone? They can convince you to fall off your chair, and do what they're doing. Why don't you try talking to them?
Exactly, bringing them to your world.
Right, exactly.
Right, yeah. So I know that it's easy for us to say. Maybe that's what your guys think.
The thing is, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
We got to work just as hard. It's hard. I've been doing it long enough, and I had to overcome a lot of things. That it's not very hard for me to have my discipline. It's really not. I've been doing it. I'm 61. I've been living this life since I was 8 or 9. You know what I mean? So
and especially since you had stroke, right, and your life somewhat it changed.
Yeah.
And I think when you look at life a little bit differently,
Yeah.
and things can happen anytime and any day.
Yeah.
And
we're not promised tomorrow.
Right. And you don't want to regret the fact that you couldn't really achieve anything because you were too busy to hang with the other people's schedule.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you feel that yes, sometimes what your spouse say is important because they telling you that. But I think now you should let him or her say, hey, you should have a goal.
Right.
Focus on your goal. And then once it get to that goal, we can enjoy ourselves. You know what I mean? And a lot of time, because some people get to their goal, or before they get to the goal, they lost a couple of pounds. Now they feel good, and they decided to go out and eat bad.
Right.
Why? Now you're going back again.
Exactly.
You two step forward and 5 step back.
Exactly.
So it takes longer.
Right.
And it's just like, why? Instead, just focus, get there first.
Right.
And actually, you can enjoy better.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, the distraction can be, the other people's negative energy. It can be social media.
Telling you, you're not trying to have fun.
Well,
Everybody
right.
want to surround themselves. They want to have fun. Okay, so getting fat and out of shape is fun?
Or a lot of time, I think we focus on other person's life, right? So that's what the social media is. They wanted to know what they doing.
Right.
But see, you're not earning anything.
Right.
Yes, kind of, like for our business, we will look at the other, what people do, a business. And even though when we look at social media, it's in different way.
Right.
You know what I mean? But a lot of times...
And I don't look at it at all.
A lot of times, sometimes I'm looking at my kids and be like, why are you guys looking at it? This is not even giving you any, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily give you the positive feedback, or the 2-3 hours that you spend, that made you any better.
Right.
So I always like to learning. I always like to be better than yesterday attitude. So whatever I do, I want it to be everything be better for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Do things that better for me. So it's just, like I said, time just passed so quickly. If you don't do nothing about it and continue to let them distract you, you're going to be sit in the same place in 5 years ago.
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I truly take a time seriously, because it's never promised. Like
Right.
we have so many people in past, friends and family or clients, and you think you had more time,
Right.
you know, and so at the end of the day, you
And
know,
the one thing about life that people should understand and use this as an everyday rule of thumb: we are not promised tomorrow. You can wake up today and die later. You know what I mean? It's like I
it
want
changes
to.
so quickly.
Yeah, I want to achieve the things that I know is meant for me to achieve. And the only way that I'm going to get that is to consistently move forward and learn more about what I'm trying to do, because we're not promised tomorrow. Anybody that knows anything about life, we're not promised tomorrow.
Yeah. So I would like to ask our audience, first, do you have a goal? What are you doing about your goal right now? If you don't have it, we would suggest, actually have a goal and take action. Don't wait. You can do today.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you want to eat better, start it now. Don't wait till, yeah, we're going to start on Monday and then we're going to eat all the bad stuff today. Don't do that. You know what I mean? No, because I have clients that literally, well, this is like last week of this month, and then I already ate bad, so I'm just continue to eat bad
Right.
until the end of this month, and I'm gonna be fresh the next month.
What people do when they do that is that they make excuses, and that to say that is an excuse, and there's nothing great comes out of excuses except fucking excuses.
Right.
And excuses only sound good to the people that's making them up.
Right, and then so uh, even though, like I said, anybody tell you that you don't have a balance or what you're doing just boring life, you work hard, you should have fun. Your fun will come,
Right.
okay? But don't let that distract you and where you going.
My thing, and I hear that a lot, probably because of the way I am, but I've achieved so many things amongst. There were well over 30 people that I knew in the industry of personal training through the years. And how many of them are living that same dream now? Zero.
Right. Yeah.
So, so if I'm that one, I'm okay. And generally I'm that one because of the way I live my life.
And the thing is that I listened to his experience. Like example, become your good friend of Sean Ray. Just that, right? You started off just looking at this person on magazine
Right.
or on TV. And then you said, one day I'm gonna be friends with this guy, right?
Right.
And you became one. So even though just that, it's amazing. So I see everything pretty much. What I see, Earl, he always is set goal or that certain things that he said he want to do or he going to do, and then he'll do it. And he have an extremely laser focus, and then sometimes that can get on my nerve too. But I kind of understand where he coming from, and also when I need a focus, and he will support me. So sometimes you gotta accept the person as who they are. Okay.
You have to, and a lot of times people don't understand this or they don't practice this. You have to think and work your way and work things into existence. If you're constantly repetitively talking about what you want your goal to be, losing weight, a bigger club, Sean Ray as a friend, traveling, whatever it may be, you can talk those things into existence. Words have power.
Yes, they do.
And what the words I can't, I might, I'm gonna try, those are negative words. You know what I mean? Talk positive words, and then those things will start to manifest themselves.
Right. No one ever believed in me I'm gonna become a fitness
Exactly.
model. I was a freaking fat and out of shape. Okay? But I had a goal. I had a vision. I worked so hard for it.
Right.
And then I became one. Matter of fact, I became on a magazine cover.
Right.
not a lot of people can say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? After 3 kids.
Right.
Right? And so we saying these things from our experience, like we will say this always with our podcast. We're not just saying it. We're not just reading and talked about it. No, we experienced it.
Right.
And so for us to do that, we had goal and we had execution. And I mean, focus and execution.
Right.
You know what I mean? In the meantime, so many people make you feel bad. Okay. And then that will come. They will say, you shouldn't be doing this, or, well, you should have a more balanced this. It makes you feel bad. But please don't listen to them.
Right.
Please. If you wanted to achieve and you want to accomplish a goal, you have to focus. Now, once you become the person you achieve a goal, now you are so successful. Trust me, your family members and your spouse will say, you know what, baby, I believe in you the whole time. You know what I mean? And because now they get benefit from what you do.
And they're lying because they did not believe in you. They'll say it, I agree with you, but they're fucking lying. They
Right.
never thought you could achieve that. You know, I can remember when you were competing and you were not winning, people would always say, "Oh, you're success, you're a winner to us." That's bullshit. Okay,
Well, right. I am a loser. I didn't win. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's okay. You gon' I lost more than I won, but at the same time, at the end of the day, I won the highest title of myself in a career as far as the IBB Pro figure competition, and I won. So, I will continue, but it's just these are distraction that you have, and that you continue to go back and forth. And if you look at yourself, you're not really moving forward. You don't want to go back where you came from. You know what I mean? When you need to keep moving and accomplish your goal, you need to be focused, and you got to execute no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah. So a lot of time, we seeing in our clients, because it's like we almost become a therapist, and a lot of time,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But I see what's going on in their life. And then sometimes I have clients that haven't trained with me for a long time, but they sometimes are calling me and they share their issues. And I told them all the time because they want to give up, you know what I mean? But give up and do what?
Right.
Right? Because you're still going to be unhappy. Instead, just continue. You already know this side, right? You want to go the other side because you don't know what the other side look like. So you got to continue, even though it's hard, to figure out the way, because always a way, right? You
Yeah.
always said that. Always a way, and figure it out and moving forward. And don't let nobody stop you. You know what I mean? And I want you guys to have a goal. Discipline yourself. Discipline don't come with automatically.
Right. It don't come with waking up.
No. And then these are things that you have to learn about yourself, and then make it choices.
And you gain discipline first and foremost before anything or anybody by keeping promises to yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how you start to rely and believe in yourself.
Right.
And that's the first step. When you say, I'm gonna get up early, or I'm not gonna eat this, or I'm gonna lose weight, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and you do that, that gives you confidence in yourself. And once you gain confidence in yourself, there's nothing you can't achieve. And then you start to have discipline when it comes to others.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's the most important thing in life is discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline is nothing more than the key promises that you make to yourself.
Yeah. Yep. You are the priority.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I hope you guys like this podcast for today. And if you like, please hit like and share with your friend. And also, please subscribe. So until then, please be healthy, focus, and execute. Get to your goal. Don't let no one distract you.
Yep.
Bye.
Peace out.